Hi all. Okay, let's get the Allied card. See if any of these reserves are coming in. Okay, yeah, we get 8 core. So deploy all core reserves. I'll give you a wee glance across there. And there is some. The 101st Airborne there. Okay, I'll go and get them out and we'll have a look. Okay, so we still want to try and deploy by method A. Like I say, and we'll put method B now as well as a backup. But the first you check is check for reserve units using method A. So, excuse me. I've got some green cubes here. Now, I've picked these out because we've got 3 of the core units that we're trying to deploy, and these hexes that are marked with light green cubes and dark green cubes are all within 3 of the units, which is, if you get multiple choices, that's what you want to look at first. We've not got their division on board yet. This is the first deployment of their division. So, and the light green ones are within 3 of one of his core, but I've found them to be surroundable. So I just marked them to show you. You guys can have a look if you want. This one up here also, I found that one to be surroundable. So there's still 3 dark green cubes there. This one here is within 3 of that 9th Armour unit. It's proximate, a German unit's proximate to it, and I can't see surround on that, because this one also, this is proximate from this unit here, it's within 3. The one up here is a bit more interesting because one of the conditions is you wouldn't place it adjacent to an allied unit with a zone of control. So this allied unit is dispersed at the moment, so it doesn't exert zone of control into that hex. So that's why that's a candidate too. And this unit can just move 4 movement right into there. So it's German proximate. They're all in supply. They're all within the core area. Core area is this line here and south. And yeah, so they're the 3 hexes for the first choice. So we've got multiple 3. There's none, like I say, the division would be the next, within 3 of the same division. They're not on the board yet. So within 3 of the same core. Okay, so they're all within 3 of the same core. If more than one, then we're looking for the highest whole value again. So that one's a 2, that one's a 2, and that one's a 2. What do you know? So if they're tied, then you look westernmost. So I think the first unit is actually going to go here, which is going to spoil our plans a little bit, I think. Yeah, it might have been tough to get in. No, actually, yeah, this infantry could have came around. However, that looks to me like that's the first deployment hex. So the lowest number's the 7, the 501 unit. So he's going to come in there, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. So interesting, I was just about to take these dark green cubes away, thinking that now we're going to try and get hexes that are 3 away from the same division as the guys we're trying to deploy, but there's not any eligible hexes. This one already marked before, and it's dangerous surround. This guy can come in here and this guy can go in there, so we'll surround it. None of my guys can reach La Roche, or I'm sure that's where one would go. So I think it could be that we're still looking at these 2 for the next deployable hex. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with these 2 hexes, and I like that they're both whole value of 2. This one's the most westernmost, so I'm thinking this is where this guy's going to go. Now this could start branching some other options now, so I'll have a look. Okay, I've been having a look, and I actually think I'm coming back down to this hex here. These 3, I thought one of these might have been okay, they're within 3 of this unit, they're German proximate, but I get that they can be surrounded. I've worked it out, you guys can have a look. I'm not going to show you all my thinking behind it, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. They don't look at it straight away, but they are surroundable. So none of these are going to apply. And I think we can start looking back here now, which is, it's not within 3 of these guys though, but I don't think there's applicable hex that's within 3 of them. This one, because that's a division. This one and this one, I don't see a hex that's not surroundable, that's German proximate, and within 3 of the guys. So I think the third unit's going to actually come down into here. So I'm going to plop that down and have another look again, because so easily you can miss things. Okay, I was just about to say that that's just exhausted all the options for method A and just caught this one. I'd looked at this hex previously, but it wasn't. It was 4 hexes away from this guy. But it's now only 2 hexes away from this guy. And yeah, it covers everything. That's empty position hex, units core area, able to trace allied supply, just come right off the map. And this German unit is proximate to it. It's 2 movement to go in there. It's not in dangerous surround. We cannot zone or control this hex. And by the way, I'm sure I asked the question, I know this is maybe going off on a different thing, but and I'm sure it was maybe, I think I got a reply from John Butterfield himself. I wondered if you could surround a unit that's on the map edge, because you don't know what's, down there. And pretty sure I got a positive response that you can. So if I had a unit here, for instance, then this guy would be surrounded because he'd have zone of controls right around about him. However, that's a different story. So yeah, I think it's going to go there actually. So I'm going to go with that. And maybe after I've looked at things afterwards, I might say, oh my god, you missed this, you missed that. And Bastogne never got a unit, which is good, I think. However, that's where I think they're going to go, guys. I think you can see pretty much everything, so obviously if you spotted something I missed, let me know. Okay, cheers. Okay, just another look at my hand there, guys, just try to think. Let's do some thoughts. Obviously, this I want to do, because right off we're going to check the roadblock at Bastogne. Okay, it's a 6 check, so it's more than likely that a unit's going to pop up. But I've got the 47th, sorry, maybe I should show you a bit of that at least. I've got the 47th roundabout. If a unit pops up, we can get Bastogne surrounded. Assault coordination, like I talked about, probably make an attack in it. I think it's probably going to be one of the 10th armour units that would pop up. Of course, there is another chance we roll well and we don't get a unit that pops up. We just take Bastogne and that's it. So, yeah, back to my thinking in the cards. Usually I like to play, you maybe seen, I like to play, our command value's 4. So I like to play a 2 or maybe up to a 3 and then chuck more in after that, so you get 2 sort of impulses. But if to be honest, it would be only 3, wouldn't it? Assault coordination, we'd take it to 3, and then I could, I'm thinking 6 Panzer Army card to activate first SS again. Because the 47th I can't use this turn. This impulse anyway. So yeah, just some things going through my head. I think probably I'm going to do that first, because even if I use that card, it is only 3. I'm thinking 2 and 2 for some reason. But that's only got a command value of 1. Okay, I'll have a wee think again. Yeah, so I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to activate the 58th Panzer Corps. Yeah, 58th. So there's 2 things on activation. We get this bridge, whether it was ours before or not, I'm not 100% sure, but It's ours now. And that bridge is broken, obviously. So, and then we've got a unit. I'll chuck this guy underneath. Got a unit adjacent to this roadblock, so we need to do a roadblock reserve check. So yeah, the roadblock's in supply, so we need to check for it. And like we say, it's got a whole value of 6, so 7, 8, 9 or 10 and we're great, but anyway, here we go. Well, that's nowhere near it, is it? A 2. Okay. So yeah, so this actually comes away and then you do the check. But so we're going to get a roadblock reserve in this hex. Just let me have a look. Okay, so it's looking for a unit closest to the position, and then we take something from that army. I think this is the closest guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, well, they're both the same anyway. So they're both from the 3rd army. And just glancing up at the reserve units box here, it's these 12 core units that are in the 3rd army. So it's going to be one of them. One of the nasty armoured units, my guess is. I'll find out which one, hang on. Okay, yeah, so unit of the 10th armour coming into Bastogne. So, well, I suppose it was to be expected. So let's think about, that's me, so I've just activated the core. Let's see what I'm going to do then. Okay, so first of all, means I'm taking a roadblock check there though. Hang on. Yeah, I would have liked to move this guy out and in, just to get him moved forward a step. That means taking a check here, a roadblock check here, and I'd hate to get him stuck there, so I don't think it makes too much odds. So I'll probably just leave him where he is. Pretty sure this unit's going to come in though. Yeah, let's not muck about. He's moving into there. Okay, this guy's coming out of his improved position. Yeah, it might have mattered, you never know. So he's going to go 1. Yeah, you can't keep thinking about roadblocks, keeping them all covered. So 1, 2, and 3 into here. This is going to be the tricky one, because I can bring him into here, but when I go here, I'm going to have to take a check there. So it's a 3, but my dice rolling's not been the best. And the other unit up here, the infantry, I can't get him down into the fight, but I might bring him down though, because I might make. Oh, there's a thought. Yeah, let him do the check. Hang on. Yeah, well spotted, Grant. So going to move this infantry here for 1, and here for 2, and then when I hit here, I've got to take a roadblock check there. There's no road connecting it though, so he could move on. So it's a check on a 3. Oh, you just see that? It's a 6. We're good. So now we've made the check there with the infantry, so that's good. So this guy can now come in. So infantry's still got 1 movement left, and well, I can only go here, so yeah, I think it might as well. Okay, and then finally we move this guy 2 into here, and then another 3 into here for his 5 movement. Okay, so attacking on this hex, I've not done the numbers yet, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be an assault coordination to involve the 47 Panzer that are round about it. So let's just have a look. So they're going to be involved in the fight. No, these guys too. So, well, apart from the infantry, yeah. So we've got 3, 7, another 8, 15, 18, yeah, 18, 20, 22, 24. That sounds like a good number. Like I calculated it perfectly. So yeah, 24 to 4 is 6 to 1, isn't it? I wanted to say 8 to 1 there, but there's a 4, it's not a 3. Okay. Yeah, so 6 to 1. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units that are all getting 1 chip pool. Yeah, sorry, faffing about here. So 8 units, 8 chip pools, and then we've got elite for 9 chip pools, and then the combat tactic makes it 10. So you can't get an undetected defender, but you can draw and get a benefit from a combat tactic. So yeah, that's all I'm playing. Pretty sure I've got. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, let's see what he gets. Okay, he's getting some artillery. So fingers crossed. Not much of that shows up. Okay, so maximum of 10, but a minimum of 2. So we'll draw the 2 and we'll have a look. He's just a plain line unit, normal unit, broken hex, and it's a town. So let's draw the 2. Okay, there we go. Great start. I've no green units in the battle. I do have elites though, and yeah, we're definitely drawing 7 chits. Now, what are we drawing though? This is the thing. So that's me drawing 2, and I've got D2. And bearing in mind also, again, he's surrounded with no allied unit adjacent, so his first retreat is going to take a step loss. My worry is that some artillery comes into the battle, but okay, just I'm going to have a wee think about it. I'm having a tough decision here, guys. So I need D4 to eliminate the unit. And I've got D2 already. I suppose it just scares me. His armour, broken, town, artillery. What would you guys do? I think when you can't make your mind up, you've just got to go all 10. You've got to go all in. I've got lots of units that could take step losses, but I suppose that's not the major concern is trying to get the D4, really. But then again, all I want to do is scare him out of Bastogne. You know, even right now, no, he's going to soak up 1 for the town, right enough. Okay, I've regretted it already in this game, so I'm going to go all in. I'm going to take the 10 chits. Okay, oh, I think I bumped the camera over there. There we go, guys. Well, lots that don't apply, but you've got to accept the result. We've got 2 hits to our cell, but we've got 5 on him. This was 8 to 1, 3 to 1. Only attacker combined arms. He's got arms this time. He's in a broken hex. This was wood for a city, but clear on the back and flank. It's not a city. Disperse unsupplied, defender adjacent. All these apply. 2 attacker elites, so that was good for us. Okay, so I'll work out the numbers. So yeah, 5 hits to him. Just 2 to us. Well, it's just okay. No, I shouldn't complain too much. Okay, so I said 4. 1 for the town. Then he retreats, has to take a step loss, and he retreats, has to take, and then takes a step loss. So 4 hits was killing him. So that's good. Okay, that's our 2 units. We've got unlimited units block, so I'll knock up another victory point for that, up to 12. I'm going to have a look, see what I'm going to take my 2 hits on. Okay, I'm going to take a hit on this unit. What's it, from a 2 to a 1, and this unit. It's better to avoid the elites if you can, because if you get the chance to replace steps, you've got to replace other steps in the core before you can touch the elites. So, yeah, they're only knocking down 1 strength. So, okay, I'll look at advance after combat. I'm sure we're going into Bastogne with something. Okay, so the Panzer units are going to trundle on through into Bastogne and pop out the other side as well, because these 2 bridges were blown, so fingers crossed we can get a bridge that works. So a couple of things to do there. We'll mark Bastogne. It's German occupied. We'll get 5 victory points. Taking us up to 17. We'll check the fuel marker. That's a no, unfortunately. That's a pity. And one last thing after that advance was, yeah, take a roadblock check here. Okay, roadblock on a 2. Oh, just a 3. Good stuff. I'll just put a wee marker there now. Just don't think it's relevant, admittedly. No, probably not. Okay, and I guess these guys all advance into Bastogne then, don't they? 2 hex advance, so let's have a look. Okay, the 116 is going to come in and join his buddy. This one's just going to come and sit in Bastogne, and this one's going to come through into there. Okay, I think that's that activation over. Okay, that was pretty cool. So we've only spent 3 command points, so we've still got more we can do. So I'll go have a look, see what we're going to do next. Okay, yeah, next activation. I'm going to play the 6th Panzer Army card. Actually, yeah, can I get a camp group? Maybe. Maybe should have thought about that. Shove this guy way down here. Got to think about these things, eh? Let me just check if a camp group might be a better option. Yeah, I think a camp group might be the better option. Putting it here lets me grab this guy and this guy. Okay, they're green, but 4 strength, extra chip pools, and the only unit it doesn't let me get is this, which if I'd been clever, I might have had that left there, but anyway. That's a bit much to think about all that, keep it all on board. The other option is push the camp group up one to grab that guy, but I don't see that. I don't think I'm going to make an attack on this. Okay, I'll go and have a think about it. Okay, yeah, decision made. I'm going to camp group from this hex here. It's going to grab him. So it's not going to grab this guy, like we say. So I put on the top of this stack the first SS. There's a good chance they're not moving though, I don't think. So let's see where I'm going to make some movements. Okay, what's the thinking going on? What I'm going to do is try and bring one of these first SS around. I'm going to have to make a roadblock check for this here, so it's a 4, so it's going to be tricky, but I think it's still worth it. So my intention is 1, 2, 3, 4 into here. So this is a big check. On saying that, okay, let's go Micrat. Let's do it. So 1 into there is okay. 2, 3 into here. So now I've got to make a check. Roadblock check of 4. Okay, let's see what we got. An 8. Good stuff. So he was, what did I say? 1, 2, 3. So yeah, 4 into here. Yeah. And then this other guy, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 into there. This infantry from the 47th, no, 67th, sorry. It's coming in here. Piper goes 3 into there. This infantry is going to go 1, 2, yeah. And this infantry is going to go in there for 2. The 150 is going to go 1 and then join the Piper for another 3. He's got 6 movement point. Let me just, oh dear. Let me have a rethink on that one. Yeah, no, that was my plan. So 1 and then 3 in beside the Piper. Was that? I think that's it. That counts 35, I think. Again, he's got 5 strength, he's got 2 units, only 3 steps because one of them's reduced. But I've got 35 there, so that's 71 odds. Just want to see, oh yeah, I want to move this guy, hang on. Yeah, I'm going to move this unit into here. Surrounding this guy. When I do, we've got a roadblock check here. So on a 3, and we get a 10. Good. Rowan's better now. So yeah, I don't think I put a marker there. That's probably irrelevant. It's nice to get in the habit. It just sometimes it can. So yeah, he moved in there. So he's stuck anyways. He's zone controlled anyway. So I think the last movement is going to be this infantry. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm going to try and move him. I'm going to move him into this forest, so I'm going to go 1 into there, and then 2 2 more in this forest. And then we need to check for here. Yeah, I can trace supplies. So another check for roadblock at that hex. So again, it's a 3. Oh, a 9. Good stuff. Yeah, that's all my movement, I think. I did think about moving some of the 12, it's the 12th SS that are under here, maybe out and in. There's a space there for 2 steps, but I don't think so. And obviously I've now got this unit surrounded, and this unit surrounded, and this unit surrounded, or the 2 units surrounded, so it's great position we're in. And there was temptation to think about an attack here, maybe. Not so much here, because, yeah. But I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to focus the attack here. And then we've got this guy surrounded anyway, so yeah, I'm going to attack this hex. So all these units are going to be involved. I'll go and double check this guy as well. The numbers. And see what we've got. Okay, so yeah, just attacking this hex. So we've got 4, 8, 10, 13, 15, 16. 19, 22, 27, 29, 35. Yeah, okay, good, I was right. So 35, I'm just double checking this guy. Oh, he's all elite this time, isn't he? So he's got an IP, he's in a broken hex. Only 3 steps, but 5 strength. So 35 to 5 is 71. So 71. Let's check chip pools. This might be a bit more complicated. Okay, how many units? Oh dear, right. I better go round them individually. So 1, 2, because he's an extra step. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This guy doesn't get one because he's bracketed, so that's 7. They 3 do, that's 10. 11, 12, 13 because he's 3 steps. And then we've got an elite, so 14 chip pulls I get. Oh, I've got a D12. What's going on there? Okay. I've got 12 and an R2. So 14 chip pools. I think that's right. Okay, I'm going to stick with that. I'm not going to play another card. So he can't get an undetected defender, but he can get a combat tactic. So we'll draw a card from him. Oh, this is bad, isn't it? He gets artillery and draws another card, if I believe. Just let me double check that. Yes indeed. So he gets artillery and draws another card for another combat tactic. Oh well, we've lucked out there, so we've got another artillery. So I'll just chuck that away because 2 artilleries doesn't make any odds. Okay, so a maximum of 14 chip pools and a minimum of 3, we said 3 steps. Elite infantry with an IP and a broken hex. Okay, let's draw the 3, see how we get on. Okay, well that's not good. I drew the blue chip first as well, so looked like a great start. Yeah, defender adjacent, unfortunately he is, and they played artillery, so we've got A2 at the moment. Yeah, we really need to get hits on this guy. So do we go the whole hog again? It's worked the last few times. To be honest, I regretted it that first time, and then I think there's a temptation, probably most times, to think draw as many chits as you can. But again, he's got artillery. He's got a weights. Yeah, let's have some fun. Let's draw 14 jits. So I've got 3, so I want 11 more. Let's just go for it. I don't think up the north end. Well, we want a result. We do. It could help immensely, right enough. Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going to draw 11 more chits. There you go. Every chit applicable. I think the first SS are going to get destroyed. Oh my god. Lots of artillery pools. How many artillery pools do we have? 1, 2, 3 artillery pools. 2 defender elites. 2 defender adjacents. This was a saving grace. At the end, I've laid them out as I drew them. A 71 at the end, and then a flank attack to finish it off. There's a good chance the units are getting dispersed. I think, mind you, that almost saves 2 hits. Okay, I'm sure you can count up, guys. I'm going to go and count up the numbers, see what we've got. I think I might need to go and get another blue D6. Okay, that's what I see, guys. Oh dear. 8 hits to us. Okay, 6 hits to them. Well, sorry, I can't believe that all the chits were applicable. Still looking over it, wondering. Yeah, I suppose we had everything in the battle, didn't we? I mean, one of the things that didn't turn up, I suppose, in our favour was attacker elite, because, well, or rather attacker green, because we had green units in attack. Yeah. Okay. Right. First of all, he takes 1 off for the IP, so let's get that out of the way. Right, so he's got 3 steps, 5 hits. His first retreat is clearly going to be in there. I'll knock it down to 4. I think we've got him. He doesn't take step also because he's got a friendly unit in his hex. So, and then he's got 3 steps, and 4 hits to come. So he then retreats into there. I don't know why I'm tilting him. That's for us, not for them. So that knocks it down to 3. Oops, not 6, 3. And and not only that, he has to take a step loss there because he's not got a friend. He's not in a friendly unit. So, and he's in German zone of control. So he's now got 2 steps left. We've got 3. He's retreated twice. He becomes dispersed, and he's out of here. Okay, so we did get that. So that's our 2 eliminated units. So bump up our VPs again up to 18. So that's that covered. So it'd be fine if we could just stop there and then just move on to the next impulse. But oh dear. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and look at what's gonna happen here. This may take a while. Okay. I've been looking at this. 8 hits. That's horrible. So you've got to spread the hits all around. First of all, sorry, angle it a little bit. I'm standing up here to look at things. So I'm going to take a hit on that guy first. So that's one. I've got the dice there, yeah. So I've got 7 more to take. And I think I've got to make use of the dispersing the units. I mean, advance after combat's not hugely important. I think this guy's still going to be stuck anyway. I think he's still surrounded, even though these guys are going to be showing no zone of control. Mind you, I sat there and had a look at it and worked out that I think I'm getting the... I've not drawn the primary first SS card yet. Dear. Wait a second. Yeah, I think this could be even more painful because I know I've got the first SS primary card. There's only 2 cards left in the draw pile. I've got 3 cards left in my hand. But I mean, it's still to come. So if I disperse all the units, so that means I'm going to have to take all the hits. Okay, let's go for it. We can pick on the 67th Corps a little bit probably, but you've got to spread the hits. So there's 1, 2, 3, so hang on, that's 3. Well, they'll start on 8. Yeah, that's down to 5, isn't it? Yeah, it's started on 8, so 1, 2, 3. It's down to 5. And I've got to take 1 from this hex. Hopefully he's a 4. Oh, he's a 3. Well, okay. So that's another hit. Down to 4 left to take. Is this feasible? I suppose it is. So Piper takes a hit. Down to 3. So that's us taking a hit from each stack. So now I'm going to got replacement units here because they're so I'm going to take the next hit on the 326 unit. Taking it down to 2. And the next hit on that unit, the 277. Taking it down to 1. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there's only 1 in each of these stacks. I don't like picking the Piper again. Do we eliminate one of the units? Let me think. Yeah, okay, I take my final hit from this guy. Suppose it's better keeping the guys alive. I don't know, maybe some circumstances because they go bracketed, they don't get a chip pool. Yeah, that takes the last point away. I can only hope that come the 20th you can start replacing points. There might be a couple of the first SS cards used for that, I think. Yeah, that was a brutal battle. Okay, I'll have a think. There might still be some advance after combat. The main reason for keeping the guys not dispersed is because I know I've got the first SS primary card coming up. So, okay, I'll clear things up a little and see about some advances. Okay, I've been paused for a while, so I think I was at advance after combat. So advance both these units in and maybe one of these. Not really that sure of the worth of all that. Well, yeah, no combat chip pools, but well, yeah, let's just go with that. So I'm quite convinced that is the bloodiest battle I've had playing this game. Yeah. Just shows you sometimes, well, there's a random factor in the chip pool situation about how many you should take, and we probably had a lot of factors in that battle. You know, there was artillery, there was green units, there was elite units, there was however. Well, we got a result, kinda. Okay, let's move on. That's the final. Well, that was a Kampf group. It wasn't just the first SS, was it? So that was 4 points. We've already spent 3, so that's seven command points. So I'll tidy things up over here, and then we'll get an Allied impulse next. Okay. Okay, guys. Just got a slight mistake to change just before. I just noticed I had went right round taking a hit from each unit in the stack here, and once I got back round, this one was okay because he was on his own, but the other 67 core guy in here had. In fact, it was this guy and this guy, and I took the hit on the 277, but he had already taken the hit from the previous round, so I then can't take another hit on him. The way I understand the rules, I'm pretty sure that's right. I have to take a hit from this unit, unfortunately. So I'm going to fix that by putting that in there. I'll just leave them as they've advanced, so I need the 277 unit back. Where is he? There he is. So he's back to a better state. The other thing in this hex here, we had 40, 89 and it was the other one that advanced, wasn't it? It was, oh no, it wasn't. Hang on, 48, 89. Oh, it must have been. Hang on. Yeah, sorry, it was one of the guys. It was all the infantry that advanced. It was this guy here. So he was in this stack too. And I mentioned something. I done it properly. I took the damage on the 5-3F, but I did mention that I could maybe, and I think I can do this. If he's still 2 steps, I'd already taken a hit from the 48, so I couldn't target him again with the next step loss, but I think I could have eliminated the 89 to keep this guy 2 steps. But I mentioned I could eliminate either one of them to avoid that, but I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have targeted the 48. In the end, took it off the 5-3F unit anyway, but just because I've lost an R step from one of the other ones, I might just take that back, and I'm just going to have a wee think. I might eliminate the 89 unit just to get him back to 2 steps. I'm just going to have a think about that though. Yeah, I've decided I'm going to do that. So, like I said, the 48 had already taken a hit in the combat. The 89th hadn't, and this was 2 steps, and I took the hit on this. So rather than taking the hit on that, I'm going to eliminate the 89 unit and leave this guy. It's just this becoming too many bracketed units, and I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not. we'd have still advanced them in there as well. So, and then we've got one eliminated unit now, unfortunately. But I don't know. I don't know if it's better to keep the units alive. The other thing was this dropped from a 3 strength to a 1 strength. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. So hope that's all right. We is slight rewind, but nothing else had happened. I just managed to catch that. One other thing I wanted to point out. Hang on a sec. I'll move the camera. Yeah, when I deployed the 101st Airborne, I kind of whizzed over the fact. I did mention a couple of new rules coming in. Method B, we've not got to showing that yet, but it'll come. But I also mentioned that a new rule was to check for out of contact reserve units supplying, and it's something you've got to remember that. I think it's something I've forgot in the past. You just deploy all the units for the reserve box, and then you think that's you done. I had glanced at them, but then I just totally whizzed right through I suppose my concentration was trying to find the correct spots to deploy the units, and kind of forgot to go back and then mention the out of contact units that might, because it was just. I'm correct. It was an 8th core card, so it could have targeted them all, couldn't it? Pretty sure it was the straight up 8 core card. So the 3 units we had 3 units on the board. Remember, we were using them to try and place our the 101st. There was one here. There's one from the 28th Division here, and there's 9th Armour unit here. So just to point out that I should have pointed out that I should check them to see if they're out of contact. Now, they're not out of contact. There's 2 conditions. A is if it's in Allied communication and no German unit is proximate to it and its removal would not create a gap, then you'd look to place it as a reserve, if you like, somewhere else, because it's classed as out of contact. The other part is B, which says if it's in Allied communication, not surrounded, and its lowest numbered unit in a stack containing at least 5 steps or 8 strength points. So they're the 2 sort of conditions. You can have either or, and they're then classed as out of contact, and then that's sort of step 2 of the deploying Allied reserves. Once you get past the 18th, is to check out of contact units. They can only be deployed using method A though, so if you do find out of contact units, check them on method A, and then if they can't get deployed in method A, you don't then go on to method B with them. So yeah, just wanted to point it out because I kind of had missed to mention much about that, but we'll maybe see it more in action as things go on. Okay, and I've also, I think, decided that I'll just cut this into another part as well. I think what I've got left might then take this video on a bit longer than I'd like it to be. So it'll probably be 18th. I'll probably be cut in 3 parts again. Okay, guys. Right. Cheers.